Holy crap. Holy crap. Like, did we just go like kind of Falling in Reverse meets Carrick Angren? Is that what just happened? Did we do that? Like, come on now. Happy belated weekend, folks. Mark with Cardivox Academy here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for checking out this video. Technically, this isn't a live thing, but still, thanks for hanging out. I can talk to you like you're here. Why not? Why not? So today we're going to be doing something kind of fun. I'm sure you've seen it making the rounds. Falling in Reverse, I'm Not a Vampire, revamped. Ronnie Radke is going through and kind of reimagining and redoing all of a bunch of songs, I should say, from their older albums. Now, this is very much out of my wheelhouse. I'm a vocal coach, but I focus more on like death metal and deathcore vocals. So this is a little different, but you know, lately we've been branching out, kind of getting me out of my comfort zone, and it's actually been a lot of fun. So we're going to do that some more today. Now, for my returning viewers and for my new viewers, what we do here is we take the reaction format, we break it down, we try to make it as fun and educational as possible. So that we have a good time and we learn something too. If at any point you're having fun, let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe icon, hit the bell, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff we always say. It really does help out the algorithm. And for my longtime fans, for the people who've been around and subscribed for a long time, I greatly appreciate you. We do have a new store tab on our channel. Feel free to go check that out. Hit it. We got a bunch of cool shirts, a bunch of cool new designs from some really cool designers. Check them out. If you like one, feel free to pick it up or not. Doesn't matter either way. But let's go ahead. Let's stop talking and let's jump into it. I'm not really sure what to expect. A lot of people are saying this is different. I did, just as a heads up, I did go and listen to the original before this to kind of get that contrast, because apparently that's kind of like the point of this, which is kind of weird. But I trust y'all's judgment. Let's see how this goes. Very different vibe. Very different vibe from the original.
Well, I'm not a vampire, but I feel like one. Sometimes I sleep all day, 'cause I hate the sun. My hands are always shaking, body's always aching, and the dark is when I feel. Well, I can lure any woman that I want to in my bed with me, and whiskey seems to be my holy water. And mothers, better lock your doors and hide your daughters.
Seems like we've got a little bit of a pause there. Okay, so first couple things I'm noticing. His voice is a lot more dynamic than in the original, right? He's still got that same kind of like poppy, kind of forward sound, but he's doing a lot more resonance shifts than I remember from the original, and his voice is a lot more delicate and light. In the original version that I listened to probably like an hour or so ago, his voice was very kind of playful, mischievous, maybe even kind of like boastful in a way. That was his delivery. Right now, this is a lot more pained. He's really like onsetting with some breathiness. He's got a lot of control over his vocal fold closure. We'll probably talk about that a little bit more. But this is a vibe. This is a vibe, and I'm into it. I'm really excited to see where this goes. Let's keep going.
I'm insane. I can feel it in my bones. Coursing through my veins. When did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart is, then my heart has lost all.
Okay, so I can tell this is going to be good. I also am loving all the nuance in his voice, right? he's not just holding like this same tone that he's giving the same amount of support all the time. He's playing with his breathiness. He's got a lot of control of like the letting different amounts of air through, playing with that glottal compression, right? Playing with the amount of breathiness that he adds, but it's all controlled, flipping up into that falsetto. Really, really well done. Sounds like he's super in control of everything he's doing. Fascinating.
I'm not a zombie, but I feel like one. Today, self-induced, comatose, chemical days. My head is almost spinning from this dizzy blurry vision, and my stomach is had enough. I feel like a lady that is pregnant with a baby, 'cause I'm always throwing up. And hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an addict. And Daddy should have never raised me on black Sabbath. I can feel it in my bones, coursing through my veins. When did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart is, then my heart has lost the love. When will you mortals believe?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there because I know some cool stuff's about to happen. I'm gonna publicly eat my words here. I didn't want to do this song. I'm just gonna be transparent. I didn't really want to do it because I was familiar with Falling in Reverse before, and respect to the band, I don't have any problem with them. It just wasn't really my thing at the time. And I thought that this was just gonna kind of be a rehash, and I was like, I don't really want to touch it. It's not really what I want to go over. I usually try to stick to stuff that I teach mostly. But like, this is surprising me. There are a couple things that I'm noticing. I want to get into a little bit more detail here since we've had some time to listen. There's some things that I'm noticing that are really freaking cool. His voice has so much more nuance now than on the original. His voice is great in the original, but he's leaning in with these pained like fry sounds. It's starting off with like this right, like that. He's warming. You can hear him shifting his resonance like crazy, having this like back and low now he sings way higher than I do, so I'm not going to be shooting for those like upper fourth octave. I think he even hit a C5 already. Probably did. That ain't me, right? So I'm going to be lower than him when I'm talking about this. But when he's doing these notes, I'm insane. Oh, he's got this beautiful. Now he articulates it more poppy, right? I articulate it more rocky, but he's got this really beautiful warmth, and then he shifts it forward really effortlessly, and it becomes like this bright, pingy, somewhat twangy voice, and he's just controlling it. Like it's pretty unreal. Also, the way he said, "Hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an addict," hit me hard. Story time. So I spent some time in the hospital, briefly. It was for something unrelated, but I remember a friend of mine while I was in the hospital said, "Hey, can you come with me to my meetings?" And I went, and that's a really hard thing for people to say. And I think he conveyed that message really well. Kind of made me feel like I was back in that spot, listening to my friends that I made in the hospital talking about that. So that was a vibe. Let's go back and let's listen to that again, because that I'm gonna shut up so we can listen to the song more. But I think it was right around here. Yeah. Hear that breathiness? Right here.
And hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an addict.
What? Yo, okay. No, I'm an idiot. Because I didn't want to do this song and I thought it was going to be a rehash, but this dude is surprising me. First of all, he's storytelling on an unreal level, and you know, he's doing a lot of clean singing stuff that's a little bit outside of my specialty, so I'm not going to go on and on about it. Let's talk about these screams, because that's what I do. That's my jam. Holy crap. Like, did we just go like kind of Falling in Reverse meets Carrick Angren? Is that what just happened? Did we do that? Like, come on now. And he's doing a couple different styles. What the hell?
And hi, my name is Ronnie.
Stop.
I'm an addict. And Daddy should have never raised me on Black Sabbath. I can feel it in my bones, coursing through my veins. When did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart is,
Right here. Here we go.
has lost when will you mortals believe? I just want the world to believe. Lost at the sight of your blood. I swear to God, I hear no
That was so good.
So God bless all of you now, 'cause I'm going straight to hell, and I'm taking you down with me, because you know damn well.
Yeah, so those distorted like it's like, I don't want to call it like screaming, because it was more like he was talking like, yay, when will the world be free? Right? He almost had that, like he was almost like doing like these like black metal sort of false chordy vocals that we talk about. So that's really cool. He's like sort of talking and narrating, which makes sense with the overall view of the with the overall aesthetic of this video. Now, one thing I talk with my students a lot about is sometimes getting this distortion in your voice is easy if you think of it less as like this is a singing vocal style, and you think of it more as like voice acting, right? So kind of getting in this goblin-y, I just want the world to be free, right? He's doing it a little bit differently than that, but I absolutely love the way, and then he belts this this section. I don't remember it, but when he's up on that rock, he like belts this section, and he's got this beautiful open rich tone, and then he shifts it right forward, and that's phenomenal. A lot of that is a function of the back of the tongue, by the way. Yeah.
God bless all of you now,
A little bit of rasp.
'cause I'm going straight to hell, and I'm taking you down with me, because you know damn well.
Yo.
So I sharpen my teeth, 'cause I love the way it feels when I sink into your skin and draw the only thing that's real. You don't believe me. Should I write it in blood? You better drive that fucking stake right down my heart and try and run, motherfucker! I'm a vampire! Savage, I can feel it in my blood, coursing through my veins.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The way he says, "Hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an actor." The way he sings that with like that vocoder, it sounds like a vocoder. There's likely a couple vocal layers in there too. And the way he's screaming, "Where's my self control?" at the end. Yeah, that hits you like a ton of bricks. But let's talk technique because that's mostly what we do here, right? This song's messing me up. This song's bringing some stuff up that I don't think about very much anymore. Okay, but let's talk about this. So up on this rock, there are two ways that you can kind of approach this this scream, right? Both of them are going to come from a place of relaxation. One of these is going to be to approach it by kind of finding where your voice wants to kind of get crackly and break on its own. Right now, I'm not the only person to talk about this. This isn't like some secret like Cardbox Academy technique. A lot of people do it this way, but kind of having this like like that sort of sound. Now, when you do this, you're going to be sort of using your abdominal muscles as a gas pedal. Notice how relaxed I am. And this is, anybody can be this relaxed. Anybody can do this, right? Notice how relaxed I am. Where is my self-control? Right? You can kind of get that sound going. The other way, and the way that I generally do it, is I start with like a sort of midline false chord. Now, this is going to take you more of like a black metal vibe than like sort of like this theatrical, like belted vibe. So it kind of just depends on what you want. But what I'll do is I'll start with more of like a false chord, kind of breathy mid. Right, I'll start there. And then I lean on it and I allow some of my true voice to come through. Where is my self-control? Two different ways to approach it. He sounds like he's doing more of the first direction. So let's listen to the outro of this again. And I want you to listen to how relaxed his screaming is, how open and relaxed his screaming is. He's not achieving this from squeezing inside of his neck. He's achieving this from staying relaxed, staying open, and letting his voice naturally start to distort as he leans into the sound. Now, a lot of this is also going to come from resonance placement, getting our voice hey, up and in the front into the mask versus hey, deep down into the throat. Let's listen to this one more time, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Holy cannoli. Let's go here.
Blood, you better try that fucking stake right down my heart and try and run, motherfucker! I'm a vampire!
Jeez. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and start wrapping it up. So that song kind of surprised me. If that's kind of like, if that's what Falling in Reverse is doing, I'm probably going to be a pretty big Falling in Reverse fan. I'll just be real. Okay, but let's try to wrap it up with some technique here, because it's normally what I do, but this song was such a vibe and it was making me feel things. I was getting distracted. Spirit Box does that a lot to me too. Okay, cool. So even though my specialty isn't the type of singing that he was doing, there are some things that are pretty universal that I can talk about that he was doing very, very well. The first was resonance shift, focusing not just always on that front kind of poppy, rocky sound. Hey, 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 yeah, in the front, right? He articulates more like, in a sort of poppy sense. I articulate more in a rock sense, but again, we have that resonance in the front. Hey, yeah. He also played with a lot in the back. Hey, yeah. And he would seesaw between those very, very easily. And that was really impressive. The second thing that he did that made his voice so good at storytelling was he had good control over his vocal fold closure, right? It wasn't the same. He allows himself to get kind of breathy sometimes and other times fully closed like this, right? So playing around with that sounds kind of silly when you back and forth between the two, but getting control can be really, really helpful. And then finally, his ability to just snap into distortion whenever he wants is phenomenal as well. So again, didn't want to do this video. Super glad that I did. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We do have a Patreon where we have a really cool community where they get to vote on a video a month. Check that out if you could. And as always, thanks for hanging. Many thanks. Much love. I'm out.